Thyroid gland is the largest endocrine gland. The main characteristic of this gland is that it can store hormones inside it for 2 months. If we talk about the location of the thyroid gland, it is located exactly near the larynx. Yeah, simply we can say it is near the voice box or Adam's apple. Here the cartilage is present. Thyroid gland is bilobed structure and both lobes are associated with each other by the isthmus. Isthmus is a kind of connective tissue which connects two lobes of the thyroid gland. Here, the lobes of thyroid gland, that is left lobe and right lobe of the thyroid gland, both are connected with each other by the isthmus. As I told, it is a band of connective tissue. In the structure of thyroid gland, two kind of follicles are present, that is thyroid follicles and parathyroid follicles or parathyroid cells are present. These follicles are formed of cuboidal epithelium cells and constitute the main part of the thyroid gland. These follicular cells concerned with the secretion of thyroid hormones, and these are triiodothyronine, that is also called as a T3, and tetraiodothyronine, that is T4. Various parathyroid follicles or parathyroid cells, also called as in C cells, concerned with the secretion of thyrocalcitonin hormone. The effect of both the hormone is different. Let's talk about the function or significance of thyroid hormones. These thyroid hormones mainly regulate basal metabolic rate of the body. What is basal metabolic rate? In the body of living organism, all the physiological processes are carried out at their maximum efficiency, and the basal metabolic rate gives information regarding all the different kind of physiological processes. In fact, it is measured in the terms of body temperature, blood pressure and heartbeat as well. These parameters are the indication of the basal metabolic rate of the body. These hormones also regulate carbohydrate, protein and lipid metabolism. Simply, this metabolic process is carried out inside the liver. So this hormone called as a thyroid hormone have a significant effect on the liver. RBC formation, which occur inside the bone marrow, is also regulated by the thyroid hormones. Release of heat energy and body temperature is also regulated by this hormone as well. In the animals, metamorphosis is also regulated by the hormones of the thyroid gland. Metamorphosis is the changes in the body organization from larva to adult, as we easily observe this thing in the transformation of the tadpole into the adult frog. This hormone also regulates mental faculties or mental abilities of the organism, as thyroid hormones are required for the brain development. Water and salt reabsorption is also carried out by the thyroid hormones. Now, thyrocalcitonin, or it is also called as a calcitonin hormone. Thyrocalcitonin mainly concerned with a decreased calcium concentration in the blood. When calcium increase in the blood, this hormone induces bone forming cells to absorb calcium from the blood and deposit it on the bones. So calcium decrease in the blood and increase on the surface of the bones under the influence of thyrocalcitonin. Hyperthyroidism, that is increased concentration of thyroid hormone in the blood, and the disease condition is exophthalmic goiter or Graves' disease. It is also called Bezo's disease as well as Paris disease. In this condition, the eyeballs of the patient is popping out. The metabolic rate of the body is always high. Individual always show the perspiration and the body weight goes on decreases in this condition. If the secretion of thyroid hormone is less, simply the concentration of thyroid hormone reduce in the blood. In this condition, the disease condition found, that is hypothyroidism. The first amongst is cretinism. During the embryonic development, if thyroid hormone are not secreted properly, there is no mental growth of the individual. Height of the individual is not increased after the birth, and there is deformation in the bones as well as effect also on the skin. In many cases, the individual is deaf and dumb. Myxedema or the girl's disease is the second condition of hypothyroidism. If thyroid hormone is less in secretion in adult, it affects the various metabolic processes BMR of the body. This is observable in the case of female, where the menstrual cycle of the female is affected and that is irregularities are found in the menstrual cycle. Now, simple goiter. We studied the simple goiter earlier in the lower standard, where the thyroid gland swelled and increased in size in the throat region. What happens in this condition? We know if the iodine is less in the diet, it induces simple goiter in the individual. This kind of cases are generally found in the region where that is iodine is less in the water. In this condition, when iodine is less in the diet, obviously it reduces in the blood. Thyroid gland always require iodine for the formation of its hormone. In such case, the cuboidal epithelium of thyroid follicle try to absorb more and more iodine from the blood, and in this condition, the cells become hyperactive and concerned with the secretion of the colloidal substance inside the thyroid follicles, which are surrounded by the cuboidal epithelium. So in this case, more secretion of the colloidal particles occur, that is gelatin-like substance. And so each follicle of the thyroid gland increase in size, and ultimately both the lobes and the entire gland also increase in the size. That is simple goiter. Hashimoto disease is an autoimmune disease. In this condition, the immune system of the body destroys the thyroid gland, and in this case, the thyroid gland becomes non-functional and results into the diseased condition of the body. That is Hashimoto disease as autoimmune disease. Thank you.